Alrighty. Oh shit. The window capture is wrong. It should be on. There we go. There we go. Alright. Today, I want to backtest the opening range breakout, which is the orb, with using draw liquidity, because some people just trade it like 5-minute orb. Well, we gotta go back to 9:30 though as my key time. We gotta make 9:30 the key time again for this strategy. It's 9:30 open, and 9:30 was here. Right, so top of this candle, and you use your draw on the 1 hour to know where you're going. Because sometimes it'll come up and like do a liquidity sweep, and then you'll buy, and then it'll reverse. So this is one of the ones where on the 1 hour, we clearly, no meme coins here, just day trading futures. We get our candle close. That's your entry. Our draw was the 1 hour. I messed this one up because I was started at 10 o'clock. That's a really small trade, but let's see if it goes. I mean, it's still 200 ticks though. Let's see if it goes further. Further down for you. Look at you. Stopped out. This is why I don't like the opening range breakout, but we're going to backtest it today to see. Basically, yeah, you wait for a candle close out. Opening range breakout traders are the ones who do use trailing stops though, so maybe they do have a trailing stop on here. I'm going to see if we can wait and take it to an actual liquidity target. However, we did not. We just came down to this OB, and then we started to reverse at 10 a.m. for our 10 a.m. reversal, which is my usual strategy. But let's go to the next one, next New York session. Alrighty. So we have to let this first candle play out. We do have a tiny fair value gap here on the 1 hour. And then we have a draw at this low. So let's let this candle play out. Alright, there's your first range. Now, someone just messaged me on another video I just posted and said they trade the 30-minute orb. Say for the first 30 minutes and get on at 10, which I get on at 10. So that actually might work out. You know, I'm a firm believer of all the 10 a.m. trades. Like, trade at 10 a.m., not 9:30. Okay, the draw is down. We did just come up into a 1 hour for value gap. I'm just seeing if you could pair, like, these strategies with, obviously, I just think in ICT, so we have to have inverse value gap. But technically, you wouldn't wait till getting a trade till we close below this low, though, which is annoying. But see, boom. Versus us ICT traders, we would have been in off this inverse. And take it to the middle of the gap somewhere, but boom. All right, so ICT trader, boom, we're good. However, we're testing orb. You wouldn't have got into the full candle close, but you still got a nice little move down. We wait for the candle close. Some people do their stop loss at the top of the range, which I think is absolutely insane. That's the part about all these like breakout strategies. That's the part I never could grasp. Like, where's my stop loss? Versus like with ICT, we know if we're getting in a reversal, our stop loss is the swing high or above the fair value gap. Like, you just know with ICT versus like when you're a breakout trader, where is our stop loss? I don't even know. Maybe the top of this candle, maybe the top of the range. Do with that what you will. Will we continue lower? I don't know. We had our full fill underneath the gap. Let's see if we continue lower to that hour draw. I mean, it did go a little lower for us. A few more ticks lower. I don't think. What pairs correlate? So ES and Q, which are S&P 500, NASDAQ. Gold and silver. Euro USD, USD JPY, Euro USD, GPB USD, Europe British Pound, I don't know the rest, honestly. There's some lists on there on like TikTok and stuff you can find. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if you do this ORB strategy, 200 ticks should be your thing. I take 300 ticks a day, but 200 seems to be the move. Set a bracket for 200, set a stop loss for 100 maybe, or just 150, 200, whatever, and I think this ORB will work. I'm still long in, you're in like a swing trade in gold. I'm not in a swing trade. I don't swing trade. I'm trying to swing trade options, but it's just, honestly, swing trading is a little hard for me because like I know where it's going in the next hour or 15 minutes, but over the day, like I just don't know. But when I was doing my swing trading, I just bought 2 opposing contracts, and when one went in profit, I sold it. And usually the next day it's always in profit. Forgot to close on Friday and day trade. Oh well, good luck. I hope it's still long for you on gold. I'm not trading the rest of the month, so. Did I go to the next New York session? I did. Okay, well, we swept this liquidity on the 1 hour. So it looks like we want to go down here. However, we're in this gigantic 5-minute variety gap, like we want to go higher. So let's just see. Let's play this candle out. All right, there's our opening range on the 5-minute. And I'm just showing you, this is a beginner-friendly challenge. A beginner-friendly channel. I know yesterday we had some trolls in here, but so I try ICT. I love ICT, but I'm just showing strategies that you can use, and you might like these, and then you might get profitable with them. If ICT is too complicated, or like supply and demand is too complicated, like these are things that some people actually trade. Okay, we did get a candle close, barely. Then obviously we said we're gonna take it to our liquidity point. Boom, great trade. So that's what I said. That's why I like the 5-minute ORB better than any of the rest. Because when I backtested this last time, I was like, hold on. And then obviously, if you look where it's going, it goes really well with your liquidity point, your drawn liquidity. And that's why the title of this video on YouTube is like ORB with drawn liquidity. Not just like, because some people sometimes they'll come up, sweep this high here, and you got a candle close, you're in a buy, but we're not going up. So why would you take that? What prop firms do you trade with? My funded futures and Top Step. My funded futures and Top Step. Honestly, I love my funded futures right now. They have no activation fees. You can get funded in 1 day. 5-day payouts like Top Step. My funded futures is really eating down. Am I tripping? Option contracts is never less than $100. You are definitely tripping. I trade SPY. I trade the indices only. In NASDAQ or ES. So when I trade options, I trade SPY or SPX at the money. You can get options at the money with SPY for like $50. That's why I trade it. Because at the money is where you want to be if you're trying to day trade. At the money, same day expiration. Boom. Cheap. Cheap. I buy like $20 options. I don't buy expensive options. So yeah, options you can trade with like $5. You just gotta go way out the money. There's options on anything that's less than $100. On Robinhood, though, I trade on Thinkorswim, but yeah, on Robinhood, you just scroll up and down. You just gotta scroll up and down. Maybe your settings are on not all the contracts. Because on my Thinkorswim, sometimes it'll show me just like 5 or 10. And then you gotta put no all, or you gotta put like 50, or you gotta put whatever. All right, next New York session. All right, so on the 1 hour here, we do have a fair value gap. So maybe we are reversing out of here. If we don't, we're going to this high here. So let's see what our 5-minute gives us. Discord, yes, link in my bio. Not trading again until December 30th. So save your money and join it in like a week or 2. But yeah, Discord, link in my bio. Yeah, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, play out this candle. All right, that's our opening range. We're in the fair value gap. So this is like, we have a liquidity sweep. We don't have a candle close. Now we have a candle close. Do we think we're going higher? If you think you're going higher, that's your buy right there. If you think we're going lower, I don't even know on this one. I'm going to wait it out. Okay, scared money don't make none. You see this 5-minute ORB goes stupid. It goes stupid. I don't even trade this. I do trade like this. I trade the draw on liquidity and then I trade the opposite way. But I'm just saying, if you're a beginner and you want to trade something, 5-minute orb, do your thing. I don't trade like this though, just so you know. Explain time. Can you explain how time and price is important, what you look for, and what times the market open? Okay. Do you suggest my funded futures or top step for beginners? I started with top step, which is most people stop. Wow. Sorry. I started with top step, which is what most people start with. However, I now prefer my funded futures. It's just cheaper because there's no activation fee. That 150 activation fee when I got funded like really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Versus when I got my funded futures, boom, I got funded and it's like, oh, here's your new account. No activation fee. I said, and then top step, you have to have a consistency rule. So like, I remember when I really thought I was funded the first time and I was in New York. I went to the New York Stock Exchange. Everything is a whole day. I like made like a did like a I did like a $3,000 trade, but with Top Step, you can't make more than 50%. You have to get funded in 2 days at least. Versus my funded futures, you can full port that first day and get that shit. So I do like that. Like my funded futures going crazy. At first, my funded futures, well, why people like Top Step is because you can get a payout in 5 days, and my funded futures it was 10, like 10 trading days. But now my funded futures is 5 days as well, so it's like no point. Might as well just do my funded futures. Had to get a whole other 3K. Girl had to get a whole other 3K out. Y'all remember, I wasn't pissed. I had a good day. It was nice to go to the stock exchange, all these things. But I'm like, ugh. Wowzer. That shit hurt for real. Okay, explain time and price. Yes, let's do this. What are the cons of my funded futures? They're all the same. I love Top Step. Yeah, I have Top Step too. I have both, but I prefer now because just like to me, we treat funded accounts just like, oh yay, I'm gonna buy a bunch, I'm gonna scale and all this shit, but like that money adds up. Like they want you to do that. So for me, I'm like, I'm giving them the less money. I've never blown an account. I haven't got paid out yet because I'd be a little too safe. I need to scale up. I was in the green though, like almost $1,000, but I just wasn't making the $200 a day or the $300 a day on the accounts to get payout. I was scaling them up, but I don't like giving them my money. I don't. So, but if you don't mind them activation fees, I totally get it. But just make sure you're ready to like blow some if you're gonna blow or like be safe. Contracts, yeah, you can trade up to with a 50K account. It's like it's like 5 contracts, then like 7. Then you can use like 9 on the 150K, which is ridiculous. And then you just go to micros like I do and trade like you can trade like 9 times 10 is like 90. You know what I'm saying? So you have enough to do the cons. Okay, sorry, time and price. So basically, time and price with ICT. I was actually about to go through watching those videos. Maybe we'll do one of those lives together. But it's basically like the key times if you're an ICT trader are 8:30, 9:30. Market open is the 9:30 for everybody. Then there's it's okay if it's your first time here. Ask away. The macros, the 9:50 to 10:10 macro. After 9:30, you should just pay attention to macros, in my opinion. 8:30 is great. 9:30 is great. After that, macro. So 9:50 to 10:10. Before every hour. 10:50 to 11:10. But 10 o'clock is the best time for me because number one, the 10-hour candle starts. 8:30 and 9:30 are in between hour candles and 4-hour candles. Versus at 10 o'clock, you're starting a new 4-hour candle and a new 10 a.m. candle. You have the best macro, obviously. You let the first 30 minutes play out, and then time and price. So basically, what you want is between Asian and London, you want usually an accumulation. You want New York to manipulate somewhere at 9:30, and then 10 a.m. continue somewhere. Or my prime and better setup is when 9:30 like this trades up into a hour for value gap and either inverse it to the upside like we did and then you just get a buy, or we reverse out of it to the downside. That's what I prefer, but you have to look at what time you prefer. Also the silver bullet times are good, which is 10 o'clock. That's why I picked 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock lines up with 9:30 orb, silver bullet, new candle opens. There's just too much at 10 o'clock that goes on that you should trade at 10 o'clock. Unless you're doing this orb strategy, this is a 9:30 strategy. Do with that. If you're going to do this orb strategy and want to trade at 10 o'clock, then you look at the 30-minute candle. So you would mark out the 30-minute candle high and low like this. You get a close like this, like on the hour, and then you would get in at this next hour. That's what you would do at 10 o'clock. So it kind of same thing. The next good time to trade is the silver bullet in the afternoon, which is 2 p.m. to 3, which is also the start of the next 4-hour candle, and then the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. London session. Do with that what you will. So I like to get on at 10 o'clock because I usually can get a trade in the first hour. I don't have to be on the charts for more than an hour. But if you have the page, I used to trade at 8:30 too, though. I did used to trade at 8:30. I've done them all. This is such a nice. This orb going crazy. Okay, let's go to the next one. Like, should I switch to the orb? I'm not. It's just not beginner friendly thing to do to switch your fucking strategy. It's not. I just want y'all to know that. It's really not. Everything has a learning curve. You're going to get in there. You're not going to be confident because you're new at this. Like, it's not just a cakewalk in the park. Okay. Well, the bias is obviously kind of bullish, but we're so close to this point of liquidity already. So maybe we're just going all the way up to this swing high up here. We'll mark this one to be safe. I don't want to get greedy. Or we can go. Yeah, we'll do this one. Candle close is what we're waiting for. Boom, a crazy candle close. Jesus. Jesus. That's one of those ones that I'm like, I'd be scared to enter off this, but I mean, that's very strong. So let's see if you can get, what do we like? We like our 200 ticks has been what has been looking nice for us. I'm gonna have a stop loss a little bigger. Let's see if we get it. We'll speed it up. And what? See what I'm saying? Listen, Linda. This is the only strategy I've backtested that's not mine that like cooks. It cooks with grease. But before, when we were doing it, we weren't even looking at the 1 hour. We were literally just doing the 5 minute. And you kind of get it. You get a 5 minute opening range breakout. First candle close. Boom. It's kind of cooking with grease. It really is. A lot of people do the 15 minute, which will be 9:30, 10. It'll be, yeah, these 3 candles. So they wouldn't get in until up here on the 15-minute one. To see if that keeps playing out for them, though. Exactly. Now, the 15-minute one, you're fucked. You're fucked. That's what I'm talking about. But see, I'm saying 200 ticks is really all you're going to get on this. If I try to get 300 ticks a day, but I try to give what the market's been giving, but I've noticed, boom. Because what did we get? We swept this liquidity, all this liquidity up here. I mean, we could have went higher, actually. When did we get in? 9:35, yeah. No, we got 9:30, yeah, this big candle closed, and we just took this. We took this. So let's do another one. And then I can do a few how I normally trade for y'all, if y'all are new here. I'll do a few to show y'all how I actually trade. All right. We're looking very bearish here. There's no fair value gaps. There's a swing low down here. And there is a beautiful swing low down here. Let's let this first 5 minute candle play out. Whoa. I did not expect that candle to be bullish. However, let's see if this is the one we're going to lose. Oh my God. Every day someone's mentioning me. Like, there's someone trying to be you. Yes, there's scammers out here. Okay, so we swept this liquidity right here. It's looking like we're about to reverse. What did we say our bias was? Bearish. So I went and gotten this buy right here. That's why I'm saying you got to use the draw on liquidity to make it extra 90%. Are we actually going to push lower, or are we going to just trade sideways? See? Keep me around. So what did we see? You did not get this buy, because technically if you didn't look at the hour chart for our bearish market structure, if you just look at the 5 minute orb, that was your entry. This buy up here. We did not do that. We knew we were going lower, so we waited for that what liquidity sweep. And this is why I said, like, if you pair it with this, 90% win rate. It's looking great, and then you could get in here. Obviously, as an ICT trader, we know our stop loss is the high before the reversal, or you can do it at the top of the range, and then take it down to this low that we wanted. And did we get more than our 200 ticks? We almost got 300. No, we didn't. We got 238. Beautiful. Beautiful. See what I'm saying? This is just a beginner-friendly strategy you can literally trade every day. I'm like, do I switch? Because how I trade basically is I get on at 10 though. And then I wait for us to come into a fair value gap. I look on the 15-minute as well. And I'm like, it is a little complicated now I'm thinking about it. Because, I mean, Garland Trader was like an ICT, like, he loved ICT. Like, he built his whole channel on ICT concepts. And now he trades zones and opening range breakouts too, but not like this. Not as easy as this. Like, he draws his zones like the old school way. Like, we bounced off this. This is a zone. We bounced off this. This is a zone. Like that. Like, you know, y'all know that old school shit everyone was doing in 2021. 2020. I hate that shit. I do. I did it for a little bit, but it's just too. You gotta that one. You gotta be real ready to get in your trade and ready to get out. Like I like ICT or things like this where I know we're waiting to a candle close. Like we're waiting for things. I'm always waiting, bored to get into my trade. Them zone trades, like you have to be ready. You have to be ready. Okay, so there's 1 hour gap. We already tapped into it, and then we have another gap here. And then I trade at 10 o'clock. So let's mark 10 o'clock because we have it set to 9:30 right now. And I usually want a reversal out of something. Or we get an inverse and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Boom. Right at 10 o'clock, I'm buying shorts. That's usually how I trade. It's not... And this is why I lost December because I'm so used to getting in trades right at 10 o'clock, like not waiting. But lately, December will do this. It'll come up, stop me out, and then go my way lately. It's been doing like a deep retracement on the 15-minute chart. And I haven't been on the 15-minute chart. We do have a fair value gap right here, so maybe I take my profit here. But let's see if we can get a full 300 ticks. I don't know. I stopped depending on 300 ticks and just really getting what the market's going to give me. But let's just see if we get it. Boom. That's my trade. That's how I trade normally. I don't trade the orb. I trade at 10 o'clock. But you still want to draw. And if whenever you trade the draw, orb or this, you know. Because think about the opening range. Let's go back to the 5-minute. Sometimes you'll go up into something, but it's not a big move. And I feel like a lot of people don't even trade at 9:30 anymore. A lot of people, they get on at 9 and they don't take their trades till after 10. Because of me. Just kidding, not because of me. But I've peeped the game. So where was 9:30? Here. So like I said, have your draw, because if not, you're going to get in on this candle close and you're immediately stopped out. Boom. That if you just waited and didn't look at your draw on liquidity, you'd have got in here. Versus now, you love the days. The orb is better when you get days like this because now you can enter off of the close back in, and now you have a way tighter stop loss instead of waiting for it to close, you know, into this gap. If you want to be extra safe, yes, you can wait for it to close outside of the other side and then take it down. You know what I'm saying? But for me, if I know we're bearish, I want that rejection up first. So I don't trade at 9:30, but is this telling me I should trade at 9:30? Should I switch my strategy? There's nothing wrong with it, honestly. I've switched my strategy, not switched my strategy, but tweaked it in ways to try to be greedy, and it hurt me more so. That's all. Like getting on like 9:45. I used to get on at 9:45 for things like this. Like you can catch, you would already be in the reversal at 9:45, 9:50. That's the macro. See how we came up, swept, and then in 9:30, 9:50, you catch top of the reversal. But then there are days where we do this, and then 10 o'clock comes up, boom, stops, takes out the liquidity again, and then goes my way. So that's why I just get on at 10. Like, because at 10, you'll see it on the lower time frame start to push up. Or you just take the trade, then get back in again if you lose. But this is how I trade. Let's do one more how I normally trade. Next New York session, go on the 15-minute, because the 15-minute keeps you from getting faked out. Stay on higher time frames as long as you can. Also a cheat code. This chart is looking... I can't tell if it's bearish or not, honestly. We've already came down a lot. Let's just see how we react off this gap right here. We're kind of in an order block. We're kind of already in a gap up here already. But let's just see if we keep going lower. And just wait, you know, just wait it out. Just wait it out. This is 9:30. Obviously, I get on at 10 o'clock, so let's mark 10 o'clock. I forgot already. Okay, 10 o'clock. Still really not sure where we're going, so I went into immediately. We do have a reaction of this little OB here. We have a fair value gap on the 1 hour here, and we have a 15-minute gap on the one here that we already bounced in once. So I'm probably going to wait for a candle close out of this, below this gap here, for me to... Jesus. See? Alright, in this 15-minute gap now. Are we going to reverse down out of this one now? No, we're pushing. Alright, we're pushing. Are we? Boom. I'd probably enter off of this. To the upside, I don't even know if I like this price action, but let's see what we can get. I probably would go on the lower time frame and wait for like one more candle to be extra safe. But boom, played out. Scared money don't make none. But yeah, that's how I trade. Both of these work. Your draw on liquidity is the key here. Your draw on liquidity is the key here. And that's the best thing about higher time frames. Because I used to not like higher time frames, but let's talk about them. Number one, your liquidity is fair value gaps or swing highs and swing lows. So in the hour, like I said, I couldn't tell if we were bearish or bullish because we already like came down. We swept this liquidity. We're in a fair value gap to reverse off of. We have one here if we want to go a little lower, but I just wanted to see first. Then, as you saw, we finally pushed up, and we kept going higher. We even inversed this one to the upside. We're still going higher, and now our target was here. Or your target was these swing highs. And once we come out of this gap, our next target is just this high. And the same on the way back down. If we reverse out of this gap here, where are we going? These lows. That's it. And then you just get your 300 ticks somewhere in here, if you can get them. Keep it simple. Simple. This gap here, see, we reversed, came into it, boom, continued higher. Once we inversed it to the downside, boom, we went lower. That's all. Fair value gaps and liquidity is all I trade, y'all. That is it. What else? Let's try one more orb, though. Let's go back to the orb. The orb is doing her big one. Where are we? Are we lower? We are lower. Okay, what do we see? We have a 1 hour fair value gap up here. So, I feel like, but again, I mean, we went up yesterday into this gap. Maybe I called it. And what did we do at the gap? Reverse. Clean. And where did we go? To these lows. Obviously, this happened overnight. If you're a London session trader, you traded it. If you're Asian, that's not us. So, and that's why when people be like, what do you think's going to happen tomorrow? I don't like to do that because I used to do that. Like, I used to do recaps on TikTok every night. And then I would come in the chart wanting this to happen when I got on the chart. And it happened overnight. And then I'm emotionally just like a wreck because I'm like I like to assess what's happening right when I get on the chart the next morning because I called this, but I was asleep. I'm not standing up for that. But we did it. We came up and we reversed and took out these what? Lows. Same thing if we go up here, we're going what? To the lows. So let's wait for this candle. Let's hope for a liquidity sweep in this gap to go lower is what I would expect. I mean, that is a nice bullish candle, though, for the orb. But let's still wait for this next candle to close. That candle did not close in the gap, and then we got this big fat one. So now we're good to enter this trade. Even though it's such a big amount of ticks missed, I don't like that. But, you know, this is the strategy. You have to wait for your candle close. And then where did we say we're going? There's London highs here. And there's Asian highs here. Let's see if we can take Asian highs. I want to have my stop loss a little lower. Let this play out a little bit. Whoa, missed by a tick. Can we hit it? Boom. Look, it's just too clean. I don't know. Should I switch strategies, y'all? Whoa. This orb is going stupid. Have we even lost yet? See, but only 171 ticks. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of ticks. I mean, that's a lot to some people. That is a lot to some people. But see how we waited for either us to reverse out of this gap or to inverse the gap. And then we got in. We did get on a 5-minute inverse though. But still. Beginner friendly strategy here. I'm not here to swear. I'm not a man. You know the men be, oh, ICT is the best. Supply and demand is the best. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm here to say, like, whatever works for you, it makes you money consistently, start with it. If it's flipping a coin, if it's blowing a kiss, like, and it gives you a win, whatever that is, just do it. Do it for yourself. So if y'all don't have any more questions, I think that's good. I'm not going to go live again until next Sunday, the 29th, I think. I don't think I'll go back live again until then. So enjoy your Christmas break. I actually want to do one more. Like, it's kind of scary how good this strategy is. This one man on TikTok, only like one person trades the 5-minute too. Everyone does 15-minute orb or 30-minute orb. And I'm like, 30-minute is crazy. Okay, so we did come up here. We have a nice wick, but we have to see. We really have to see because we have to play this out a little bit. But it looks like it came up to this OB and wants to go lower. Let's let this first candle play out here. Ooh, see why you wait for the candle close? Now this is your orb. We're still in a gap, which I prefer not to trade, but let's see what we get. No candle close. This is the first one we've seen without a candle close. See, you're not entering any trades yet. Not entering any trades yet. All right. I think we're about to. Boom. There's your trade entry. As soon as this candle closes, can we get the 200? This is one of the ones you have to have like a trailing stop quick with it. Ooh, that hurts. See, that's why you have a trailing stop. How far did it go into our way before we reverse? 160. That's a good amount. That's like 40 short. So that would suck. So maybe move like these are the strategies where you have like your trailing stops, you move yourself to break even, like things like that. Like these are the strategies you do it with. If you have like no clear target, you're just targeting a certain amount of ticks every day. These are the ones where you have your trailing stop. As an ICT trader, like my target is a liquidity point, even though we technically did take it out. The low was here. We did take it out. So maybe you just wouldn't have gotten in this trade because we were so close. I should have marked it. The liquidity point was there. This is what you want. It came in for value gap. We reversed out of for value gap. Took out liquidity. That is just what the market does. It just wasn't a big enough move for us. However, you got it if you wanted it. And then maybe you wait for the reversal back up out of the liquidity point. And this is how I trade at 10 a.m. See, right? This is 10 a.m. right here. At 10 a.m. reversal. That's how I started trading at 10 a.m. I learned how to play continuations, but now IFVG, 10 a.m. I'm in right at 10, 10:07, 10:10. I'm in the trade to the highs. Boom. Highs swept. That's the trade I would take. I wouldn't be in this, but this is the trade I would take, and because I know where it's going. I know I'm not targeting ticks. I know we're going to a high, a swing high. I prefer that than just like trying to get a certain amount of ticks every day. However, the orb is going stupid. So on Sunday, the 29th, we're just going to go back to me backtesting how I normally trade just to get my confidence back. But this is the orb. If y'all want it, maybe I'll alternate every other day. Test the orb, test this. I'm going to keep trading at 10 a.m. power of 3. And you don't have any more questions for me, I'm going to get off. I also don't have my YouTube chat on. I'm very sorry if people are talking in the YouTube chat. I need to... Where's my iPad? I probably could see it. The YouTube... I mean, I probably can actually see it on my phone. The YouTube chat don't be popping like that, though. But I feel like the one time I neglect it is the time where someone asks me a question and I feel bad. But yeah, do what's best for you in trading. If you like supply and demand, if you like ORB, if you like whatever. Yeah, no messages. So we're good. We're good. But yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Enjoy your Christmas. We'll have a good trading year next year and everything.